Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to Ancient's Play. So I had a chance to check out in person this new Hulk 1/3 scale by Legendary Beast, and this thing is huge. It's really big and there's two versions. Actually, I kind of think there's somehow, I don't know, like four versions, but there's in terms of color, there's green and there is gray. So let's get started and give you my first impressions of this green giant. I guess gray also. Let's start with variants and I guess configuration. Configuration because first there's two colors, the gray, the gray and the green. The green has three configuration where there's three torsos and head. So there's no sims and everything, just the torso. So the first torso was the modern one where it's currently placed there. The modern head, and then the body is like doing like this. The same body also for the Kirby head. I love the Kirby head. That's my favorite, to be honest, of all of those. And there is this modern shouting. He's like shouting. That is my least favorite. There is also the gray version where it again, it's gray, but it has a Kirby head. So that one I thought I would love more, or that would be my favorite, at least in the photos. But when I look at it, it's somehow, I don't know, there's some stuff that I kind of don't like. Maybe the color. I think the sculpt and everything is really amazing. I think it might be more in the color that I prefer the green color. So that's why I would prefer the green Kirby, because I guess the color is nicer. The tones are nicer. I like the shading and all the veins. The gray one has a bit weird color schemes. There's some yellows in the veins or something, maybe that's it. But either way, we'll talk about that and go into the details. So now let's get started on all the details, starting with the base. As for the base, there's a lot of stuff going on. The same like the Thor, they applied the same concept, which I really love that, because I think the Captain America was quite simple. I still do like that Captain America, but compared to the Thor and also this Hulk, it has a lot of story in it. When I say there's a lot of story, so in the Hulk, there's a side for only Banner, there's a side for only Hulk, there's a side where the Hulk evolution and the transformation as well. There's also a side of the base where there is the villains of Hulk. I think there's Abomination, there's Juggernaut, there's a lot of villains there. Even the Red Hulk, I think it's also there, which I really love. The details there, the sculpt are amazing. I mean, that is the sides of the base, and I really love that. The base, top of the base though, is kinda, I like that it's like ground, but there's, I don't know, it's somehow a bit clean. Clean in the sense like the color is nice and everything, considering it's a ground, and there's this green toxic or something, I guess, which is also a bit clean. I would expect that there's like the specks of dust there or something. That would have been nice in making it more, how do I say, like really ground. I think it's just too bright and clean for a base, considering it's kind of it's supposed to be messy, and the side looks, the weathering the sides looks amazing. So that's my nitpick of the base and how I see that could be improved. I guess I just put some weathering on all of that, make it darker or something. That would have been nice. Now let's go to the details, the sculpt and the colors of this piece. The body is amazing. If you look at it really closely, there's like a lot of texture in there. The sculpt is really good. I love the sculpt, all the veins, how it's sculpted, the muscles. I really love it's done in a modern way. It's done more on like a very technical way. Like there's really texture, the muscle definitions. I really love that. There's no question. Like very beautiful. The color combination though is something different. Like I said, there's something in the gray Hulk and in the green Hulk that I prefer the green Hulk, because the green Hulk, the veins are somehow green. It didn't change that when you there's this veins in his arms and everywhere. The colors are somehow like still in the color of green, a different tone of green, and maybe a bit yellowish and green, which I really love. It blends well with the skin tone of Hulk, but for the gray one, it's kind of yellow and it's too obvious and it's kind of weird looking at it. Like I don't understand, but I think that's why I kind of don't prefer that, because of the color. Just go back first. Let's just go back first to the green one. The green one, it blends very naturally. And I've always loved the green version of the Hulk. I like the gray because I think that's the original one, and it makes it more classic. But this one is very nicely done. The color scheme with the pants and everything, I just love it. It looks amazing. The details of the paint job, the shadows, the highlights, the weathering in his feet, I really love that. I do wish there's much more weathering on top, but either way, it's amazing. The details on the fingers, the fingerprints, it's there. He has some fingerprints. That's really amazing. Like the details, the sculpt, the line works, really beautiful. And I just love the green one. As for the gray one, more or less it's the same. Honestly, it's just the same. It's just that when you look at it, my eyes always goes to this yellowish veins. I don't know why, but it always goes there. It's very distracting to look at. I don't know, it just goes directly there, and it's kind of missing all. Instead of you're looking, at least for me, instead of looking all of those details like the green one, I always get distracted with those yellowish veins, and the color of the nails also are very yellow. I don't know why. I think it could be like a comic thing, maybe, but I'm not sure. But I do wish they toned it down, that yellow down. Again, it's a bit distracting. As for the sculpt and everything, like I said, it's the same. The details are there, the textures are there. I like the head though, because it's a curvy head. But that's the same as the green one. Both are, I don't see any difference, to be honest. It's just the color. So yeah, the gray I thought I would love, but ended up liking more the curvy green one. Maybe let's talk a bit quickly on the different versions or configuration of the green one. So there is this shouting, which is my very least favorite of all of them, because it looks weird. I don't know, I guess the expression is not there. It's like I just didn't like the expression of the face. If the intention was like he's shouting angrily, it didn't show that. Sorry, but it really didn't show that. It shows like he's not angry because like Rampage angry is angry like for something else. That kind of stuff. I don't know if that makes sense, but it looks weird for me. My favorite, as I mentioned, is the Kirby. Love the sculpt and everything, like the eyes and everything. The I guess the innocence look of Hulk is there, and I love that. It's innocent but still somehow kind of angry. Like he's just like serious, and then you can see that he's just blank, but all he thinks about is like destroying stuff. And I love that. The modern one, yeah, it's typical modern Hulk, nothing fancy there, good sculpt and everything. But again, my favorite is that Kirby. I do wish I could put it in the with the in the body, but either way, that Kirby head is the best one. So one last thing is that I don't know, or at least I don't understand why the gray version is more expensive. I kind of figured that out. So there's a price for green, and you pick which body or which head. So you pick that. That's a different price. If you want to get all, that's also a different price, which is for sure a bit higher. And for the gray, that means just the Kirby gray, it's more expensive than just the green, and then you pick the torso. I don't get why. It's just a color change. I don't understand why. I think if that's something for you, for example, it's a comic accurate, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. For the green one, if you go for that, I will be going for that. I'm so tempted right now with that green Kirby. And my understanding also, this is only available if you go to the XM gallery as of the moment, so you can get it there. I don't even see it yet in the website. Maybe they're posting it soon. But yeah, those pieces there in there, quite big, very huge. That's also very tempting for me right now because I'm looking for a Hulk. It's just that I don't have any 1/3 scale Marvel as of the moment. There you go. Those are my first impressions of this green giant and gray. Yeah, it's amazing. It's big, very good details. Love the Kirby. Again, I can't stop thinking about that Kirby head. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. If you need more photos or videos, do let me know. I can give you a link. Whoever wants it to be in there, like chat group, live stream, do let me know. Just message me in YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. I can help you with that. I've done that already many times in the past. Just give me and I'll give you the let me know and I'll give you the link. Either way, I hope you enjoyed, and as always, click the thumbs up and help me share with everyone, and also subscribe to my channel, The Injuns Place, so that you'd help my channel grow. And see you in the next video.